Are we live already? I think so. Oh, I have to put it on the other side. We'll see if it's working. So I don't expect anyone to come live here, but it can be then hopefully seen when it's uploaded, no? So after a long time, 8 months, I give a little update, but not too much because here I am in an internet cafe. You might hear also some sound, and I'm here with a bicycle helmet because this is my protection when I'm walking around outside. Yeah, so I have to wear this all the time. Before I had a motorbike helmet, but this was so heavy and also around the ear. Good protection here, but I could not stand it anymore, not longer than 2 hours. So this one is light, it's easy. So when the sticks come on the head, until now, nothing yet, but always, every day something is going on. But since I do the magic, I'm now into magic, then has really reduced. I do something very special in regard on this, all the black magic that is, all the curses that are sent to you by others, or real black magic that is organized. Everything that happened in the past, I send it back every day, so they all get it back. And if they don't repent from this, they have no chance because they have no firewall for this. Only the black magician has this. And everyone, every day, this I do this counterclockwise. That means uh, I am going back in time, and every day I send one more wave, and I do this clockwise um, for this day. Yeah. So in all directions. And I figured out that I am attacked from 9 sides. Yeah. Currently, here in this place. So that means 9 people at least, or a group of people also, that have malevolent intent towards this man. There's actually more, but these are the active ones. And they send it back every day. And now I can even see how this is working. You won't believe it, that certain people, like one witch, I can see her health is suffering, and this is not just because of vaccine. And when she don't repent from this in her mind, she will probably die. This is how magic works. You are constantly under black magic attack, and you have only one choice into white magic. And I'm aware of this, that magic works only with fantasy. Fantasy destroys reality. So the black magic is destroying you if you're not aware of this. But with the white magic, you can neutralize it. Stay neutral. Yeah, this is what Giron said, to be neutral, natural. But in this case, you have to use the natural energies and to send it back. It's very easy task. Everyone can do this. You just say all the evil, you send it back, and you're using this hand sign. Sorry, my hand is from the exercise. Um, this hand sign, this is the sign for, how it is called, banning. You ban this and send it back, and you say this. This is really working fantastically. So it is working out well. So I'm not that much in danger than uh, before. But there are certain places where I still go. Normally you would not go in these areas. These are public areas, but uh, there are certain people, they have special permissions. Yeah, there are the illegal mafia, and they work for the legal mafia, and so they can do certain things that is actually illegal. Yeah, and this is of course covered by the legal system, because they do certain jobs like taking care of this man here, you know, or you have to remove this guy or whatever. They do this. You know. They are drugs users, prostitution, and also weapon dealing. You know. Very dangerous people. Yeah, but we will see what is going on. Once a month I pass by there because I'm now doing bigger rounds, about more than 1 kilometer around. So I cover a really big area. I'm going out now again, you know what I mean? But in daytime, it's still dangerous. And I don't know if I mentioned this the last time, but I think not, because 8 months ago, they did even announcement from the police car. Yeah, I walk along the street, police car, I see, and I look at the police, and sometimes they greet me, and then I also nod the head, you know. And then they make announcement, and I think, what are they saying? And the people all look down. They all look down, and they make announcement something like, "The man without shirt, be careful. But we are the police, and we are watching this man. Don't worry, everything is okay, And I can see this also in the reaction of people, And I also have to be careful. I keep a distance to these people, anyway, Yeah, and then just recently, Chinese people, they told me, I know you from the TV. I say, yeah, what TV? From the news. So I'm in the news. Can you believe this? Yeah, they bring even in the news, but they did not say more, and I didn't ask because I can imagine already what this is. When there's something good, they would say, I know you from the news. You're always cleaning everything and so on. Removing the garbage in plastic bags and cleaning uh, the what is this? The parking machine and so on. Or whatever. Taking care of the cats, the street cats. But they didn't say anything, and that means there's something in the news, and you know how the news can kill your character. And when you are the enemy, because this man knows too much, they are really afraid that I can uh, wake people up, and it's not even my intent. For me, these people are gone. You know, it's not possible. They don't have the mind to understand this. So then you show this in videos, and I think it must be social media videos, because I know already on Facebook and so on in the local. I'm not even checking this, that they show what I'm doing, just with. I have seen this, that they take the phone and just film what I'm doing, and I just do my things. I concentrate on what I have to do. But this must have been shown on the news, and they also use social media things sometimes. Even the quality is not so good. But in this case is good. The quality is not good. You don't really see what is this guy doing, and then they can say certain things like, this crazy man, but the police will take care of this. You don't worry. In reality, the police cannot do anything. They already organized the illegal mafia to take care of this man. So that means for me, I have to be really careful. Not only walk in the creator's law, but also have to accept the law and the rules as they are here now. Even it's unnatural, except for things that are damaging for me, or the things that I would like to talk about, wearing no shirt or not using documents. So one time, I met a guy. I always ask the usual questions, where you come from, what's your name or something, But this is just normal. I answer in my way, So they are very confused. This is today somebody told me, thinking outside the box. It's actually every day like this. Okay, So, but I explain it to them, and maybe somehow they understand. But this is so strange. You cannot really think like this, you know. Yeah, and then somehow he said, "What? You are not using documents?" I say, "No, no, I throw it all away. It's all fake, you know." He say, I know." And I say, when you know the documents are fake, why you are using the documents, you know? And then he didn't want to answer the question, and he said to me, "I will report you to the head of police." And I said, "Oh, you don't need to do this anymore because he came already to me and talked to me in the last video. I talk about it. There's everything is clarified already." Yeah? But he doesn't know this. And with this sentence, I could see his position in the system because the slave always says, "I report you because you are not with the norm or whatever, you know. I will report you to the police and they will take care of you." Ah, you know, you want to show strength. When he is in a high position in the system, then he will probably not say anything and just, you know, contact his friend directly. He will go to the office or maybe have a phone call. He has a private number of the chief of police and something like this. Yeah. So he has to really make a report. And when you make a report, you are not high up. You know what I mean? But when you are just very low, just a normal citizen, slave, then you actually say, "I make a report with the police, not with the head of police. You don't have the access to this." That means he is working in somewhere intermediate, you know, in the medium position as a whatever officer or something, uh, or police inspector or whatever he is. You know, I meet many people from the government. They check me every day. It's unbelievable. They get always the same answers. Yeah. So, you know, normally you would say, "You fucking denouncer, whatever, you know, I should kill this guy right away, you know." But I didn't worry anything like this, you know, because I know that I'm on the right side. And you have to go straight this way. You know, this is the narrow path to the narrow gate, so to speak. You know? Yeah. And then I already checked before, and I found in the Thai law, which is a totally different law to the maritime law, and they write also correct that is not in all caps and whatever. And they actually have a rule that is saying every person must use documents, and that's correct because they refer to a person, not to the man. Yeah, and they write this with the Thai word, and this is a different word to man. And yeah, when you are acting as a person or using the person, then you of course need documents. Otherwise, you cannot do business. You cannot do commerce. You know. So this man is of course out of the business commerce. He doesn't want to do war against life anymore. This is what business is. So that's why, you know, I have made this decision, and it's working really well. You know, but you have to, of course, you have to be absolutely convinced. You know. And if you cannot do this yourself because you are too weak, you just do it like Arthur. You know, when you have somebody, wife or husband or whatever, like Arthur Christian. You know, one in the system and one out. I still get everything. I still even get food and so on. But there are people they like to support me for whatever reason, but you don't see them. They just put the food there and that's it. And also, you know, since more than 1 year, I don't pay rent anymore. I'm just there, and they let me be there. The only thing is, it has stepped up in the nighttime because you know there's not only one restaurant. There's now on the whole park. There's a restaurant with music, live music, or karaoke or whatever. You know what I mean? It's quite noisy until 5 o'clock in the morning. For these people, it's okay because you know their lifestyle is just have fun in the night and in daytime sleeping because they have land. They sell the land, and for this they use the money and buy whatever car and condominium, and then lifestyle. They just spend everything now. So they can do this. Other people cannot do this. And this, of course, unbelievable. This is, and this is only where I stay. This is all about me. So yeah, but you cannot say anything about it. It's just it's just yeah. You can say this is actually it's not legal. Normally you would have a rule after 10 o'clock. You have to be quiet or something. And yeah, the effect is that this former Chinese area, they will move away from this, because these people, they have business and they have to, usually they wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock, and then you see them walking at the small park around, and then they do their business. They go into their shop, and when you cannot really sleep well, even you have the sleeping room in the backside of the house. In the tropics, the windows are a little bit open, that the wind is coming inside, and that means all the noise is coming in. It's unbelievable. Yeah, but I'm yeah, I'm adjusted to it. Normally, it's like concert or something. You cannot really sleep. But I can even adjust to this. It's unbelievable. You have to. Yeah. So this is also like me. Uh, you have to be lawful. Judge me and something. I can actually do whatever I want. And then this would be crazy. Because they can stop this. Because I have to also see how this is would be a big problem. Not even fun. You know. While they can do their fun behavior, because when people see me, then this is not really um, not in a good view. An example here, it is the worst when you pick up the garbage that is laying on the lawn or something on the, and or they put stones on the plants and something like this. I remove the stones and everything that I see when I walk along. I remove everything. Yeah, and of course I cannot do this everywhere, but this makes the difference. When you just do one thing a day, then it makes a difference for you. This is how you create a soul, or how you connect to the soul again. This connection. Yeah, but you go away. Okay. But the rule, man must wear, no, sorry, must use documents, is not there. Also, it is somehow has disappeared. Also on Facebook, I cannot find him anymore. I wanted to look what was his name. Maybe I cannot see. At the moment, I cannot even use the messenger on Facebook. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But he just disappeared. He was from Krishnamurti and so on. Yeah. So the person only has to use documents, and that's correct. Meant as a dog when you use it by those who have created this. Even though really many do use these things, documents, maybe even all being used. Power is given to them only. With this imagination and what I'm doing or what I'm saying, working on something, it just takes a long time. But as long as I, you know, behave in a certain way that don't need any action from their side, you know, and I cannot reach anybody and so on. What he's doing. Why was going into the whole phaeton. Yeah, easy to understand. I could only see by to get, but the bigger picture he doesn't have. So there's really no one that can. The person must have. Then with you know, yeah. Then about this, she has a history of you know yeah, and 500 euro for 0. But okay, whatever. So she has to pay this and another fine for something is not registered or whatever, to question you have to question prosecutor, and you have to get the person, to get him, let it be, because they don't have the guts to do this. They don't, not possible to do this anymore. Only, when somebody wants something wrong, but they believe in judge, that they have really the right to judge. Even I have explained everything, that this is just so you can, maybe with 40 you can become a judge, and you are one of us. Uh, Nobody can. He used the title. He has a higher standing, judge, and you are just whatever, the criminal actually. The criminal has a lower standing, or lowest standing. That's why you can put their rules that they call law upon you, and there's only this way. And so I have explained this. Um, they they do this quite smart, because you're not just getting a ticket, you get already the judgment, chance to to well, the court session or whatever. I don't know how this is called in English. And so just write like this, and then it's much harder. Free, and then they accept it or not. And this is the best situation, because it's drink the water. This is, you just have to see suffering to somebody, and it's but not for these silly things. I always say, for these cases I would really say, okay, take this thing, who are really harm to us. It's better just to, normally what you have done wrong, you have to correct it, you have to make it good again. Anyway, there's enough examples how the procedure works. So the person is called out, or you are this name, because it is true. I even heard this name already. But anyway, I found that, okay, he's reading out everything, the name and birthday probably, and it's where your profession is. You have no job, but you are just the lowest. And this is really, in this ranking, you will be judged like this also. Yes. Yeah. And then is the moment when he opens the case. Maybe just the next page. And this is just one breathing. And then prosecutor and judge, probably they will look. Yeah, who are you? I'm. Why? A name. Hello, 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 hello. Anybody here? Mental asylum already. Because I think they also believe this. They know certain things about the trick, and the prosecutor, for sure. The prosecutor, I tell you, he's commanding one. And also Satan is called the general prosecutor. So they are the Satanists. When you come out with a sneaker, driver license, can I keep your documents, don't show anything, because then he lose this title, judge, and he's just the normal man. That's why they dress up, and that's why you have to know these things first. And you see through the illusion, through the lie, it doesn't work or whatever. This is how it's. And this man just went off everything. Just take care. Actually, the homeless, and it's really like this. If you don't have somebody who take care of you, I do this all alone, not like Arthur. That means really, and I think there are also other people who do this, but I don't know anybody. Arrange for yourself. Life will always take care of you, no matter what. Don't need to worry. The important thing is that you just do it. The prosecutor realizes what is going on. He has to support the judge, and he will probably say something to you, and I'm saying he will not talk to you. He will not look at you. He will talk to the pen, not. Do you want to see? This is your commerce. So we make a contract. My person you already got. Now I want to know your person, right? Yeah? And he cannot do this. Yeah? It's impossible. Right? Most of the judges will also know the lawyer. Yeah? The ritual is done. You cannot allow the case to be rolled out and then slip into the case and say, no, no, this is not true, and this is this and this. Don't make discussions about the case. The case is not existent. The case is to be dismissed. That's that's what you want, you know. And it has to be dismissed when you first, first of all. And as a person, we make a deal. Okay, we make a contract. You want from okay, I will give it to you. You know, it will never come to it because they you put them into position of responsibility. Judge only when the judge is you know. But then you are also no more judge. This is just you're finished then, you know. Anyway, so they just don't have the foundation for this. Even that go to the courthouse, spend the day there from morning until afternoon, find this room and sit inside and see the judge and how they work out and see that this is not a judge and practice this, you know, coming out with this, I want to see the person and insisting on this. And when he tries to push it forward and the prosecutor, oh, shut your mouth, whatever, you know, then you just speak into this. Yeah, you just cut the words. You have to cut this because they want to proceed with their ritual. And the is writing everything. Maybe now it's with the AI or something. It's probably most likely possible. But usually they have a pen, the writer, and they have to write one after another. You know, it has to have a certain order, not speaking in between. And you speak in between, and the pen cannot write anything. And they have to make everything on the record, the record, the record. You know, yeah, sign, stop it. You know, okay, we decided case dismissed. Thank you, can go, and probably no more judgment. Yeah, it's all over. They can play other cards. That's prison you or something. So legally they cannot do anything, but because it is the mafia, they just finish you off. It's not a problem because they came with violence onto the lands and they will also finish with violence. You know? You can be certain for this. So this is this. Maybe you know from here on, last in this channel, also the last video, that it be natural and walk. Oh my God, I have to look at the time. Time is nearly up. Um, yeah, narrow gate, whatever this may. But I would say in the Creator's law, sense the law of life, what is right and what is wrong. You know, do not harm to anybody, except for when you are being harmed. You know, when yeah, situation is dangerous. But also do your best to control your emotions, so that because they're also afraid that they will attack you. You know? This is what I'm saying. You know, after the incident to this, especially this area, another area I'm not even going there because this is too fragmented. There are about 1,000 people of them. Can you believe? They will all stick together, you know? And they will see this man as dangerous because already it is announced in the news nationwide. You know? So they already know, you know, or they think that they know. Yeah, and the other topic is this year walking around like this in a so-called Muslim nation. This is really, you're really provoking, you know. But I have my reason for this. When people ask me why you have no shirt, oh, I say it's so hot, you know. It's in the tropics. It's hot. Ah, okay. Good people will not really, you know. Another woman, also from government, you could see the way they dress and also the way they behave, you know. And she said, this is no good because you know the women have to look at your chest and whatever, you know. I say, why you say this is no good? Yeah, you must wear a shirt. I say, are you a judge? Could be. And she say, no, I'm not a judge. But you make a judgment. You just said no good, It doesn't matter if you think it's good or not. No, yeah, but you should respect us and so on. Do I don't respect you? Yeah. Do I do harm to you or something? No. I'm just walking my way. You know. And it's up to you. You know. So then I got the idea, look, try to show them. Ask the question, and this is really about everything else, the same thing. Is there any rule that is saying you must wear clothes? Man must wear clothes. Is there any rule? The people will answer you. Either they will say, I don't know, but here they don't want to say this because it means I'm stupid. They will say, yes, of course there is a rule. They believe. They just believe and they don't know anything. Yeah? Okay, then show me this rule. Now I have no time. Okay, then there's also no problem. So with other people, where I spend a little time here to eat something, the same thing. So another guy, I asked, yeah, I don't know, but I will check, and he checked in Quran, as a Muslim. But I say, no, you have to look in the legal law, yeah, or you contact a lawyer or something. Now I don't care. This is just your problem. No, I want to show you that there is no rule like this. Oh, there is a rule, of course. And then this is just to show how they behave. And this is actually very dangerous. Then he said, yeah, there is a rule. The rule is respect. You have to respect. You know, our whatever society and so on. I have to respect the Sikh society. I'm sorry, but okay. First of all, you have to look at what is really respect. Yeah, that means care. But then I say, how do you get this idea with the respect? And that I don't respect somebody because I choose not to wear clothes or not to wear a shirt. I have the short one. Um, yeah. No, this is in Quran. And then I said, okay. And then I looked here, and there's only one phrase, and it says something else. It says something, so that I remember that is really has nothing to do with clothes and so on. Whatever, people should respect each other or something like this. It has nothing to do with this. So the reference that they bring up is actually bullshit. Yeah, there is no thing. They cannot show anything. Yeah, the same thing with the virus. So then I asked him again, hmm, can you show me this? You know, is there any rule? You must wear clothes. Man must wear clothes. There must be a rule like this. Hmm. No, he looked up Quran online, and then he found something in Arabic because he's an Arab, and he said this one, and he copied this and then translated, and it says, and I checked before already. I saw about clothing is 14 times in Quran, and I read all the 14 phrases, but it doesn't say you must wear clothes. And in this case, it meant uh, you must purify your clothes. That means you must clean your clothes. Yeah, when you have clothes, you must clean your clothes. I must also wash my short, of course. But you must clean your clothes does not mean you must wear clothes, or not. But they are thinking like, when you must clean your clothes, that means you must have clothes. No, if you don't have clothes, you have nothing to clean. You know. And then this is for the Muslim. The Quran is for the Muslim, not for other people. It doesn't matter. So, are you respecting me also, my decision? Because I'm respecting that you wear clothes that are toxic. You have to wash your shirt when you buy it new because it's very toxic. And it is further toxic, especially when you sweat in the heat. your skin cannot breathe properly. So you poison yourself like with the mask. It's the same thing. Yeah. Anyway, you don't get through these people, and they don't really show the example because there is also nothing. They just try to find something that is similar or whatever. And then I didn't ask him anymore because I thought this is just useless. But I thought, look at this. Whatever they believe you're doing wrong when you're not wearing clothes, and now we have the right to stone you to death. Really, this is no joke. No? Because certain people will call out for this, and they have one of four people is an agent of the system, really sticking to the system in every position, and they will make the screaming, they will make the sound, and they will say, "Get him now, put him on the cross, stone him to death." And there are many stones laying around in the city, you know. Ah, because they don't want that I walk around here. Anyway, so this is the scary thing because you're really dealing with idiots, really psychopaths, they're really sick, and they don't realize this. They cannot realize this. No? Put it to the test, with proof and everything. At least that there is a rule, because I can also question the rules. That is no law. This is just rules by the ruler. But they cannot make this rule. You know why? It would also probably break the second commandment as well. Because in the second commandment it says, also regarding the documents, don't make yourself a graven image, something like this. No? Graven, engraved, that is your ID card, and the tombstone, and the image with the picture with you. Don't make yourself like this. So you broke the second commandment. For non-religious people it doesn't matter. And they're all non-religious anyway, just pretending to be Muslim or Christian or whatever. They don't care. But the clothes is also part of this. Because why you have to wear clothes as a custom? It is a custom. Custom comes out of religion and tradition. Yeah? Um, for the commerce. For the commerce, you have to be a person. You have to dress up like a judge. You have to cover yourself in casual clothes or whatever, business clothes, for the occasion. So you have to cover up that you show you are not the man, you are now the person. This is the reason why you have to wear clothes. No other reason. So this man has nothing to do with commerce, or not the usual commerce. So you don't need to wear this. But for ordinary slaves, it's not understandable, of course. Yeah. So it is connected with the second commandment. Nobody cares about it if you break it or not, because all commandments are actually broken by probably everyone. These are the foundation of all the rules. But anyway, so the situation is really dark. Uh, you only can hope, that somehow, whatever, the creator protects you or something from this, uh, or that you find a way to deal with this. Not really to be I'm right and you are wrong or something, or mm, yeah. I think it's even useless to try to show them that this is all bullshit. Not one I could show this. And it's also not their problem because they are, complacent. You know. So I think it's also long enough. I don't know if I do another video this year because I actually don't want to talk anymore. I could say something about what I recommend now. Again, study the works of Arthur Christian, Arthur Love for Life. Yeah. It's also on the list of my subscriptions when you look at the channel. Then also for the court cases, you have to look at the channel Abraxas. That there is the example how to do this and so on. You can contact him also if you want to know. And then what I recommend, Surfer would be somebody I would recommend. is actually only then, yeah, okay, Babylon decoded, but Java has the pronunciation not so right, so it's not so professional, but okay. And Kiron last, yeah, and you see the last videos. He's really onto something, the mission that he wants to start, something that I would not do this. He asked also people to go this way, but it reminds me to somebody uh, in the movie the Stand. This is the Nico walking around with the bell and whatever he says, the last days has come or whatever, the announcement or something. I don't think that he will do like this, but in this movie you can see the Satan come and just kill him, finish him off. And he wants to spread the message more, not only to just a few, because it's really just a few. There are 36,000 subscribers, but most of the subscribers, you check out their channels, they have so many subscriptions. They never, yeah, and that's why you see how many people watch it. Maybe 10,000 at the moment. Yeah, he had some videos, he had more than 100,000. So more than just 10,000. From most of the subscribers don't even watch it. Because you're just down the list somewhere, and you're not even realizing he uploaded the video. So, and that's why 10,000, he said, is not enough. He wants to save maybe 144,000 or something. And it looks like he has the character of the Jesus Christ. But now, Kiron last. And for me, it is something, he will do this, whatever he's thinking to do. You cannot really say that this is right or wrong, because when he would do like a Jesus, giving the message and then maybe people follow or something, and then he goes all across the land, at least maybe the whole Americas or something, from north to south. He seemed to be in Canada, so he will go south and get the people together, march together or whatever, the Nazarene movement or whatever. Yeah, it's not only about the forces that will go against it, but he will not get the people with the words that he's using now, because nobody really is getting what he's talking. You can see this in the comments also, and I also have difficulty to find out what does he really want. You know, some people think he's on a suicide mission, which somehow it is, because you have to be ready. You have people hate you. They just effectively or in affection kill you. You know, you have to be careful. You cannot just talk the truth with everybody. They don't want to hear this. So I think the channel that he is using is like a channeling um, for certain people who want to hear this, and even they don't get it. Really, you know. I don't know if anybody can really get it, but for me, it's not 100%. You know. Um, so when he goes on the street, he's meeting only the people that he already has in his surroundings. It will not be any different. Sometimes people think, when I move somewhere else, this will be better. I have to leave the city anyway, and I think the timing is really about 24. This is the time when you have to really leave the city before this is closed or something like this. Before you cannot leave anymore, and that means leaving the system anyway. And when you cannot convince these people, the 10,000 who are watching, for this, what he's doing, because he asked, to follow somehow the example, then how you want to get the others? Impossible. But this is the point. He says, do the impossible, make it possible. That's why this is his mission to do. But I see him really put on the cross, with others as well, probably. Ah, So I'm not sure. I'm watching what he's doing, but yeah, Arthur is also, he has the land now, so somehow he got what he wanted. But I also see something. I see something in this. I saw the pictures on Facebook. Uh, this forest, and then you probably have to cut also some trees to make the garden and so on. It's too much shadow. I see already this bungalow that they have there, very simple, that the zombies already coming in the nighttime, like in the movie. I see this coming, because they know that they are there and they have to destroy this. No matter how many people will be there, you know. But also, I say you have to still walk this way, you know. And the moment when they actually come to kill you, this is when gate, the narrow gate will be right in front of you. It doesn't matter because there's no time anyway. The narrow gate is in front of you, and it will open the moment you will be removed. And I think this will be the case for most of the people. But probably nobody can say this public open, that this is actually the way out somehow. But done by other people, not on your own. But you, until then, you have to walk this way. You know. Yeah, I think now this should be enough. 1 hour. So after 8 months, maybe in 16 months, I will give an update. But I think there will be no more next year. We will see. If there's something important, then I will bring an update. Otherwise, I can be contacted here still, or on BitChute also. BitChute, I have also the channel. This is here somehow in the profile you find. So when I know the BitChute channel or something, not sure anymore. But just take care of yourself. Everyone has to do on his own way. You have to be really strong enough for this, confident. You really have to get this in, you know, and not to follow anybody. Just look at the examples. This is something, in this direction somehow. Anyway, so I'm ending the stream. Oh, 59. This is the good timing again. Okay, let's make it 59:59. What do you think? Okay, so careful life. Get your soul back from the Satan.